Keanu Reeves had seen his fair share of odd encounters, but today was different. Walking through a quiet street in downtown Los Angeles, he was deep in thought, trying to figure out how to help his daughter, who had been battling a severe illness for months. Despite all the treatments and doctors, nothing seemed to work. Keanu's mind was weighed down by the looming sense of helplessness when he heard a soft voice from behind. "Excuse me, sir. Are you Keanu Reeves?" Keanu turned, startled to see a young girl no older than 12 standing on the sidewalk. She was barefoot, wearing ragged clothes and holding a small cardboard sign that read, "I can heal your daughter." Keanu blinked, unsure of what to make of this strange moment. "What did you say?" he asked, his voice a mix of curiosity and disbelief. The girl looked up at him, her eyes filled with an intensity that sent a chill down his spine. "I can heal your daughter. I know what's wrong with her. I can help." Keanu's heart skipped a beat. It was impossible. How could she know about his daughter? No one knew about her condition outside of their family. His skepticism was immediate, but something about the girl's calm demeanor felt different. Something was drawing him in. "Who are you?" Keanu asked, his voice low and wary. The girl smiled faintly. "I'm someone who can help. But you need to trust me." Keanu hesitated. He had spent months, years even, trying to find a solution for his daughter's illness. Doctors, specialists, experimental treatments, nothing had worked. He had almost lost hope. But this girl? She was just a beggar. How could she know anything about his daughter's condition? "Listen, I don't have time for games," Keanu said, his tone firm. "I'm sorry, but I don't believe you." The girl's expression didn't falter. "That's fine, but if you want to save her, you'll need to act quickly. I don't have much time left." The words sent a jolt through Keanu. Her confidence, the certainty in her voice, made him question everything he thought he knew. He wasn't a man who believed in miracles, but there was something in the way the girl spoke. Something knowing. "What do you want from me?" Keanu asked, his curiosity piqued. "I just need you to believe," she said simply. "Believe in what I can do." Keanu's mind raced. Could he risk dismissing this? After everything he'd tried, could he afford to walk away from the possibility of hope? He took a deep breath. "All right, what do I need to do?" The girl's eyes glowed with something almost otherworldly as she reached out and touched Keanu's arm. "You need to bring her to me. Your daughter. Now." Keanu felt an odd twinge in his chest, something that couldn't be explained. He was used to skepticism, to rejection, but now there was an unsettling sense of urgency he couldn't ignore. He needed to see where this would go. "Fine," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "But if this is some kind of joke—" "I promise you it's not," the girl interrupted. "Just bring her." Within the hour, Keanu was back at his home holding his daughter's hand as they made their way to the street corner where the girl had been waiting. His daughter, barely able to stand on her own, was weak and pale from the constant battle against her illness. She looked at him with tired eyes. "Dad, who is that?" Keanu smiled softly, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "I don't know, sweetheart, but I'm hoping she can help." As they approached the girl, Keanu felt a chill pass through him. The girl was standing, waiting. Her expression was calm, almost serene. "Are you ready?" the girl asked quietly. Keanu nodded, holding his breath. His daughter, barely able to lift her head, looked up at the girl with a mix of confusion and curiosity. Without another word, the girl reached out and placed her hands on his daughter's shoulders. "Close your eyes," she whispered. Keanu watched in awe as his daughter's face softened, her breathing slowing, her frail body seemingly relaxing. For a moment there was complete silence. Then something remarkable happened. His daughter's color began to return. Her breathing grew steadier. Keanu gasped. He had never seen anything like this before. But as quickly as it had started, the girl stepped back, her face showing signs of exhaustion. The girl looked at Keanu with a soft smile. She's going to be all right, but only if you help her. You need to believe in the healing. Keanu couldn't speak for a moment. He was stunned. The girl had done something impossible. His daughter, who had been barely able to walk just hours ago, now stood on her own. Her color restored, her body no longer frail. What did you do? Keanu's voice trembled as he reached out to touch his daughter's face, feeling the warmth of life returning to her. I didn't heal her, not exactly, the girl said. I only reminded her body of its power to heal. But it's up to her, and you, to keep it that way. Keanu's heart was racing, overwhelmed with emotion. He wanted to thank her, but the words felt insufficient. Before he could say anything, the girl turned to leave. Wait, he called out. Who are you? The girl paused and looked back, her eyes gleaming with a knowing light. Someone who has been waiting for you to believe. And just like that, she was gone, vanishing into the city streets without a trace. Keanu stood there in stunned silence, his daughter beside him, healthy once more. The impossible had happened, but was it real? Was it a miracle, or was it something else? He didn't know. But what he did know was this. For the first time in months, he felt hope. And that was something worth believing in. Keanu sat quietly with his daughter on the bench, both of them absorbing the surreal moment. The girl was gone, vanished into the crowd like a shadow, but the change in his daughter was undeniable. He watched as her color returned, her strength steadily growing with each passing minute. Was it a miracle? Was this some kind of divine intervention? He didn't have the answers, but one thing was clear. Whatever had happened, it was real. His daughter was alive again. As the evening wore on, Keanu couldn't shake the feeling that he had just witnessed something extraordinary, something that defied logic and explanation. But the girl's words echoed in his mind. I only reminded her body of its power to heal. What did that really mean? Was it faith? Was it belief? Was it the connection between mind, body, and spirit? Keanu didn't know. He turned to his daughter, who was now standing, smiling, looking at him with wide eyes full of gratitude. Dad, I feel better, she said softly, her voice stronger than it had been in weeks. Keanu couldn't help but smile, tears welling in his eyes. You are better, sweetheart, and I'll make sure you stay that way. They walked back home together, the weight of the day settling in. For the first time in a long while, Keanu felt hopeful. He didn't know what had just happened, but he knew one thing for sure. He would never take his daughter's health for granted again. The mystery of the beggar girl would remain unanswered, but her impact would last a lifetime. As they reached their front door, Keanu looked up to the sky, silently thanking the universe for whatever had brought that girl into his life. He didn't need answers. He had what he needed. Hope. And sometimes, hope was all that mattered.